How about that? It's 6:30 and I think we're ready to start. Okay, it's so good to see people in real this year. Last year was quite different when we had to do our recording elsewhere and then send our videos in. And then Todd was such a gem to put everything together and make it into a condensed version. It just worked out so slick, and I know he put a lot of hours into it. So thanks, Todd. That was great. So now this year, I was trying to think of something. I found great sheet music for everybody, and I thought, what can we do? I said, let's repeat. We did this about 16 years ago, the commercials, TV Tunes commercials. None of these students were here. I don't think they were born yet. So I figured I was safe on repeating a theme. And so it was a fun theme then. What we did is that I bought every product. You know, Brill Cream, Ajax, the foaming cleanser, Nestle's Quick. I bought everything. And then somebody walked the product around like advertising, you know. Well, then I ended up with all this stuff and I never really used it. I threw it. So it got to be quite expensive to buy stuff that you don't use. So I did it different this year. We have a PowerPoint. So the theme is TV commercials. And so it's like a commercial before the show. So there's sheet music is the show. And the commercial is before their show. So the commercials are first, and then the sheet music follows. And I thought these commercials would be pretty easy because they just seemed like they should be. And I think the kids thought that too. So I think they practiced their other song more, in which they got really good. And then we got right down to it. They were having trouble with the rhythms are different. In the left hand, it doesn't match the right hand. And then there's sharps and flats thrown in there. So it doesn't really match the same as their lesson theory performance, you know, those fun books like the series go. So it's probably a little step above. So I was kind of expecting it to be easy. So we're converting some songs into duets, in case you wonder why I'm running up here. And so kids, if I forget, just tell me, hey, Linda, come up with me. So anyway, what's going to happen? Students, look at the order that your songs are in, because that's the order the PowerPoint will be on. And I want you to look at the words. Now, some of you parents and grandparents will know these commercials. See, I almost made this into a test. It was going to be a matching test with the title on one side and then the product on the other, and I was going to see how many of you knew it. And I thought, well, you know, I did that one year. I had a test, and we did have 2 winners. This is a different theme, so that's kind of the teacher in me. It's kind of fun to... Anyway, I'll go past that. So everybody's going to play in order. You're just going to say your name so that we know that you're the right person that matches. And then you don't have to say your songs because they're going to be up on the screen. Just say your name. And I'll leave this here. You can move this up and down. Okay? And I think, I don't know if does anybody have questions? Oh, one thing. I want you kids each to put a squirt of hand sanitizer on because I don't want to wipe the keys down every time like I do at home. It's right on the first, by my red box here. See, Jens, where are you sitting? I can't see. Oh, there you are. Why don't you squirt your hands right now? Unless you did out in the hallway. And so I want you to make sure that you don't have wet hands when you're at the piano, because that's not very fun to play with wet hands. So just make sure they're dried up good. And you're just going to play your songs in order. And now you students, this is a new piano to you, so make sure that you pull the bench so it matches your legs. You know, so you're not struggling to reach the keys. So just get comfortable here. And this top part will move forward too if you want it closer to you. So just kind of take a few seconds and jiggle it around. We'll be patient. Okay, I think that's all I have for now. And oh, by the way, the C sharp does not stick. I told you that be careful, the C sharp might stick, because it did last Sunday when I played. I checked it now, it doesn't stick. So I don't know if it's a humidity thing or what, but it's funny. So it should be okay for any of you that have C sharps, below middle C. Okay, we're going to get started with our TV Tunes, the commercials, piano recital of 2021. Okay.
I'm Jens Holdman.
Did it advance 2 slides? Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
My name's Sage.
I don't have my order here. Just a minute. Yeah, okay. Let's do it again. I was going to tell you, Sage has only had like 10 lessons, there's been 9. So I'm helping a little bit here, so. Okay.
Hello, I'm Pierce Thompson.
Hi, I'm McKenna Bacco.
See, I gotta say something before she plays her fluff, fluff, fluff song. You know, I don't know, I didn't know this, but some of you probably did. Some of these titles, if you Googled them and looked for the YouTube tune, like the jingle, if you just type the title, fluff, fluff jingle, and you get the history. I did the history on this one, and like the words, I didn't know what fluffernutter was. It says, has anybody heard of fluffernutter? I guess I just didn't know, but I guess it's good. I guess it's marshmallow cream and peanut butter that you put together. So you gotta try that sometime on toast for breakfast. So you have a fluffernutter toast sandwich. Anyway, I thought that was funny.
My name is Bella Severson.
Where's the sanitizer? What? I need to see it. Oh, yeah, it's right over there. Say your name first. I'm Jacob Soldier.
Hi, I'm Etta Olven.
I wanted to say something about that song in the middle, because I didn't know what that was. I thought it was like in the middle of an Oreo. They're talking about the middle filling. I had no clue what that commercial was. So when I Googled that, I don't know if I should tell you to do it, but I told, it wasn't a familiar song. And then Etta came to lessons one week, and she says, you know, that was kind of what did you say, violent? No, what was the word? You said it was fine, but I looked at it, I didn't look at the whole thing. And now you're all going to want to go home and you're going to Google the in the middle jingle to look and see. But it talks about when you cross the street in the middle and not in the wrong spot, and you cross in the wrong place, you're going to get hit. And these people get hit. They get run over by trucks and by bicycles, and there's these people laying flat on the road. And I thought, oh my gosh, you know, luckily it's black and white. So there was no blood, but I thought, I don't know if they got killed or not, but I thought, oh, that was kind of a violent commercial. But I don't know if it helped the people it helped them to follow the rules or not, but that was the only one that I could really realize was kind of violent. You know, one thing I do have to say, there's a lot of beer commercials and cigarette in that book, and I didn't think that was good to play for kids. So I skipped those ones. I did all these other ones that I thought were nice and innocent, except in the middle.
My name is Sarah Huck.
Well, I need more accordion students, and Aiden's going to play accordion for you. I had to adapt these songs for accordion. You know, anything you play on piano, you can play on accordion. It's just the same thing. You just have different buttons instead of keys on the left hand. So he's going to play his songs. Did you want to say who you are?
Hi, I'm Aiden.
And so if you know any accordion people that are looking for a teacher, they're always easier to give lessons when they're in a different country. I was asking somebody else, how do you get your students? They said, if you're accessible, they don't want you. And I said, okay, I'll have to advertise for Florida and Arizona and California. I'll give Skype lessons. But I'm here right in town here. I'm ready to give accordion lessons too. It's really fun. So, okay. That's okay. What happened is, oh no. That's quite unfortunate. All right. Oh wait, now how can we do this? That's never happened to me, and I don't have an extra strap. Okay. Did it break? Yeah. Oh, it broke. Well, let's see, how can we? Should I just hold it? Would that work? I think I can just hold it better. Or I could just stand here.
Technical difficulty.
You know, our accordion band plays for the Fargo Marathon outside, and it's like sometimes 30 degrees, and we play for 4 hours, and I did break a strap one year. It was just so cold. Should I hold it? Are you sure? Yes. Well, I'm embarrassing them, I'm sorry. So I have to tell you, he was playing some counter-bass notes that even people in our accordion band don't do. And he's catching on all of this, but he did it with his broken strap too, so that's, you know how good he is with a real strap that works. So he's like, awesome. So thank you, Aiden.
My name is Beck Ulvin.
Intercept. This is a funny one. I thought this I was going to let you know this does not have to do with the size of your stomach. Like if it's a big stomach or a skinny stomach, it just, it's about an Alka-Seltzer tablet. It's like how you feel, it's not how it looks. I had explained it. There's no words for these next songs, so you just have to look at what's up there. See, I told you it would be less than an hour. That's got to be like a record. Okay, now I was going to mention one thing that I forgot to say before, that all of you students that have the music that's in plastic, maybe you just want to leave it on top of my book here in the pew, because it's illegal to Xerox music, but you can do it for educational purposes. So that's why I put it in plastic, and I'll just put it back in case we do another recital in 16 years. No, I don't know. But and then if some of you, there's 4 of you that have makeup lessons, and if you haven't recorded yet, just keep it till your lesson. So you should know who you are. Okay, so now I have some certificates to give out. Say, why don't you students come up here, and then I don't have to walk so far. And then I have the microphone right here. So this year, I had 2 new students, and let's see, Sage is my newest little student. I love her red hair. I wish I had red hair like that. And she, like I said, she's only had like 9 lessons. So I thought she did a really good job for 9 lessons. So you can just stay here till we're done, okay? And then another new student that I had was Pierce, and he's doing an awesome job too. Every time I see him, I think he gets taller. And then McKenna and Jacob. Where are you? I should tell you all the certificates in here, and then there's something else. Sarah. And Aiden, you're just heavy. You have gold in there. Bella, Jen, and then Ella, and Beth. Okay, before I do anything else here, I have to tell you that most of the time I have the students record. I mean, I like it, but they don't always do it. To record how much they practice, so that when they do a song, they know why it was so easy. It's because they practiced. You know, it makes sense. The more you practice, the easier it is, and the more fun it is. And so I have to tell you that Beck has been just a star student. He did 3,495 minutes. And I know he probably practiced more than that, because that's a lot of minutes. And Edda is following at 2,480 minutes. And so for those 2 kids, I gave them just a little something this past week in honor of their practice minutes. So they got a little treat. And then Jens and Bella were pretty close too, actually. Jens was 2,118 and Bella was 2,015. So they were only like 100 minutes apart. So, and I know they didn't record minutes every week, so I know it'd be a lot more if they would just record it. You know, and it's, you know, I says, your mom doesn't have to do it. You can do it. You know the time. Just say 30 minutes or 20 minutes, or, you know, it's just kind of a fun thing to do. So anything else that I forgot? Just a minute. There's 4 makeup lessons. Okay, since we don't have lunch this year, I have treats up front here, and I'm going to make sure everybody gets. I've got at least 70 bags, so I think you kids can each take 2. And I want every person here to take 1, and if there's any left, I want them all out of here. So I don't know if somebody wants to help carry them and hold them in the back there so they can take. Does somebody want to help carry them and make sure that you get... Oh yes, and I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you mothers and you grandmothers and aunts and not uncles. I can't say uncles. It came out so easy, you know. You say aunts and uncles together in one breath. So I hope you have a nice celebration and a good summer. And I think some of you want to take a few lessons now and then. I don't want to do every week because we all need a vacation. But now and then we'll talk about it. And if there's any questions, make sure you email me. And I don't know what else I've forgotten, but I think that's basically it. I hope everybody has a good summer, stays healthy, and I appreciate all your help. That these are wonderful kids. Keep playing music. Thanks. Okay, thank you.